Hey guys, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Let's go check out and see what's in the fridge today. Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from Lancaster Brewing Company. This is their milk stout, brewed with lactose. And for those that don't know what lactose is, it is an unfermentable sugar that us brewers, especially these people that brew the milk stouts, use. That the yeast don't eat all the sweetness up making alcohol, because it makes it very dry and sometimes bitter too, depending on what hops you've used. So you add the lactose to keep it sweet, and so the yeast don't eat all that sweetness up. So if you pour honey or molasses or anything, any regular normal sugars, corn sugar, or even the sugars from the barley that you use, it eats all that up and converts it to alcohol. And for these stouts, a lot of times we can add the lactose back to it, and it keeps it sweet. So with that being said, guys, I don't think there's anything that we need to discuss on the bottle. This is naturally brewed without preservatives. Brewed by Lancaster Brewing out of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. It has a code date on here, 07612. So I'm saying this was produced in like July 6, 2012. That's what I'm getting off of it. It's a yellow digitized code or inking on the bottle, not on the label itself, guys. I don't see anything else we need to talk about here. It is a milk sweet stout, 5.30. Availability is year-round on this one, guys. The food pairing for this, consider it's a stout. They say chocolate. This is a dessert type beer. It goes well with your real stronger dishes, chocolates, your desserts. A lot of people like to have this with a big meal, steaks, and it's a sipper. I mean, this is not something you're gonna do like this too. This, even though it's only 5.30, not an 8 or 9 or even a 10% stout, you want to savor this flavor. It's not something you're want to. If you're hot and thirsty and you just got through cutting the grass, you don't grab a stout. You grab something a little lighter to wet your whistle and fill that void since you're thirsty. You wouldn't want to gulp this down. You don't want to gulp any of the good beers down, guys. That's just my opinion, though. It's just my opinion. All right, guys. The glassware for this is a pint glass, Becker, Stein, mug, about anything you want to pour it into. It's a low ABV beer. That's why I'm not got the Duvel glass or the snifter or anything. And 5.30, I would not cellar this beer, guys. So if you get this beer, go ahead and get the cap off of the puppy and get it in the glass. That's what we're going to do. Plain cap on this one, guys. Nothing exciting. They didn't waste a lot of money on the cap. Maybe they wasted it on the beer. If they did, they wouldn't waste it. I have had a Lancaster beer before. Was not super impressed with it. One of my subs asked me if I'd had this, and I said no, and I've seen it the time before, so I said I'll grab it and go ahead and get it reviewed for you guys. Over to the light, it is black, black, black. I am getting just a very slight hint of redness around the very outside of the glass, about like the one we had yesterday. Just a slight hint, or was it the day before? They run together sometimes. It's just got a slight hint of rubbiness, red rubbiness around it. It is very, very dark colored, guys. Did not pour a big head. Very chocolatey in color. Let's get a nose on it. Well, you get the lactose and a very sweet, a sweet malty smell. I'm not getting any alcohol, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of chocolate. Not much, more coffee than chocolate to me. Oh well, it is what it is. No, it's very sweet. A lot of roasted barley in this one, so it gives it the color. That's why it's so dark. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. thin. It is pleasant though. I'm getting the chocolate, roasted barley, maybe a little tobacco. There is a sweet milkiness to it. Very pleasant, really. I believe I could drink this regularly. I'm impressed. I am impressed with this one. Got a very good taste. It's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. I'm sure that's going to change as it warms up. And we're going to find out what that change is. So stick around. I'll be right back. I tell her I have tasted it. She gets mad when I don't. So we're going to let her taste it. I'll be right back, guys. Stick around. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left. It's a very sweet milk stout. It's pretty well made too. I'm getting a little bit of, I'm getting chocolate and coffee now that it's warmed up. And that sweet lactose smell. I mean, once you've had it a few times and you've brewed with it, you know what that smells like. It's a very sweet smell. Not normally characteristic to a beer unless it's had lactose, because a lot of the sweetness is eaten up by the alcohol, the sugar, the yeast, you know what I'm saying. It eats all that up when it's producing the alcohol. Very nice. Very nice. I'll let you guys. This is definitely better than the last Lancaster beer that I had. Very tasty. To me, it's reminiscent of the English style, though, because to me it's a little on the drier side. But it's very tasty. It's definitely worth picking up. If you can get this beer and you like a stout, especially a milk stout, you need to try this one. Guys, I'm going to give it to 8. It's an A-. It's got a code here on top. I thought I did. That I read off to you. You can barely see it now that the beer is gone. And to me it looks like it's 07. Wow, it's even harder to read now than it was before. 07612. Don't have 2 digits. 07612. So I didn't go to the website for Lancaster. I probably should have, but I didn't. Now that I'm electronically controlled here. Beer Advocate, like I said, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you, the 8, which is the A-. Rate Beer has 94 overall and 90 in the style, and Beer Advocate comes up with the 87, which is in their good range. So it is definitely a good beer. I've got it in the lower end of the A beer class. It could very easily be in a B+. It could very easily be a 9, depending on the style of beer that you like. So if you see this beer and you like a milk stout, pick it up. Give it a try. Don't base it on what I say, because beer is subjective. I tried to lead you down the path of good and decent, and this is a good and decent beer. So you may like it, and you may not like it. So if you see it, pick it up. Give it a try. And if you've had it, give me some comments back on this one. And let's look at the fridge tomorrow. Hope you can join me then. See you, everybody.